All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Tuesday, April 24th, 2018. All right, so a lot starting to unfold this week astrologically. We do have quite a few aspects increasing as we get into tomorrow. But we do have the moon in Leo today. So as a backdrop to all of this, I think it's a great day for our self-expression, getting into a bit of our passionate side, and maybe wanting a bit of fun and entertainment in our daily routine could be the theme. So with that being said, Mars is still easing up off of a sextile to Jupiter. So there could be a bit of energy perhaps coming into this week. We've recently had the sun go into Aries. So yeah, this sort of independent, active, and initiating kind of energy increasing and certainly available here today with that sextile. So going into tomorrow, we do have Venus sextiling up to Chiron, so maybe some healing in relationships. We've got Mars getting closer to Pluto, so maybe some empowering change this week, and Mercury getting closer to a square with Saturn, so still working with things in a very grounded and tangible way when it does involve our routine and mind. All right, so let's look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Tuesday. Again, this channel is for Sidereal Astrology. We're using the actual size of the constellations. As you can see here, Leo is a very large constellation, for example. So this does change the signs from mainstream astrology. If you are new to Sidereal, check out that link down below for more information. All right, so the moon in Leo, we may have felt this shift the later part of yesterday. Leo the lion is all about that self-expression and really things that we're proud of, right? So maybe some themes today about cultivating our passions, the things we're proud of, and even the things that put a smile on our face, right? So these types of enjoyments, even creative energy, playful energy, fun and entertainment energy could be the theme and really good to cultivate this sort of side of ourselves with the moon in Leo. So we are building some momentum very much now in the lunar month. We've got the sun that's recently shifted into Aries, adding to this fiery energy. Both Leo and Aries are fire signs. So with this shift of focus, we may have noticed maybe since yesterday, a bit more focus on matters pertaining to our independence, taking action, initiative, getting our energy moving. This type of stuff is certainly increasing as the sun makes its way further into Aries. All right, but we still do have some watery energy. Mercury is, of course, still in Pisces, so still really good to be accessing our intuition, maybe listening to our dreams. This sort of receptive energy certainly still available when it comes to our mind and our routine. All right, so let's take a look at the aspects because, like I said, there is a lot starting to unfold as we get into the middle part of the week here. One of which today is actually decreasing from yesterday is this Mars sextiling up to Jupiter. So this really does add to the fiery energy. Mars is all about, just like Aries, that action, that initiative. And with a sextile to Jupiter, Jupiter expands. It can expand that energy. So a really good day for if you've noticed any type of opportunities yesterday or today to take some of this assertive approach to things, this independent approach, this sort of direct energy, anything that's this sort of opening or opportunity to take some action. Really good today if there is anything like that for you. So that's the decreasing energy, but what's increasing today is a few different aspects. We do have Venus sextiling up to Chiron. That's going to actually go exact here today, so this could be a bit of healing energy. It's nothing major, it's just an opening, and the healing could be with our relationships, maybe healing through them or about them. And this could also have to do with our sense of self-worth, our values, our sense of value of self, but also our sense of our ability to cultivate our values, our self-worth. So it's just an opening today. Maybe there are some things with Venus in Taurus that we could do that would be maybe connecting to Earth or the sensual aspects of life, enjoying the simple life, the material life, that can be healing and rejuvenating with this sextile up to Chiron. And this is really good to be enjoying anyways with Venus in Taurus at this time. These more sensual and material values in life. All right, so let's take a look at this very important conjunction we do have going on this middle part of the week. Mars is conjoining up to Pluto. So this only happens about once every 2.5 years, and this is usually a new chapter with empowerment. So we may or may not feel this, but certainly as we get into tomorrow, it will be increasing. So if you are feeling like there is anything, that there's this deep need arising, and it may have to do with possibilities and potentials with all of this in Sagittarius. But this deep sort of need that's sort of pushing us, thrusting us to take, again, some sort of action or to remove some obstacles, right? It can be very intense and powerful energy arising. Good to heed this, good to access it, be aware of it, empower ourselves through taking action, especially if it's in the face of any fears or wounds or inhibitions or doubts, things like this. The things that block us, the things that chain us back from taking the action or doing the things that we feel is right, that we want. Now, with that being said, of course, this is two very powerful planets that very much have to do with that very strong need. It can almost be instinctual with these two. So very good to, as I always say, with Mars and Pluto, is practice non-attachment. I don't think it's going to be challenging with this aspect, but because there is so much deep, fiery energy involved here, I think good to bring that extra conscious attention to that and practice as best as we can non-attachment to what we want. We can still pursue what we want, but with that sense of accepting of not having it, right? That non-attachment, which does help the energy actually flow and transforms us. So this is going to be starting a new chapter later this week. I'll talk more about it, but a new 2.5-year cycle involving this sort of empowerment of change. All right, so that's the aspects. We also do have Mercury squaring up to Saturn going into tomorrow. So there could be, added to this, a bit of heavier energy, maybe with the mind or maybe with our communications. Could even be with our routine as well. So Saturn in a square is all about working within our limitations. So if you are aware of this heavy or serious mind, or maybe this 2 steps forward, 1 step back with the routine, good to, as it is with all squares, take that proactive approach and practice patience, persistence, and that long-term perspective that can make this very constructive. In fact, as we get into tomorrow, this is very good energy for working with our minds, working with our routines in a way that is patient and for the long term. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. A lot going on this week. I'll talk about a lot more of these aspects tomorrow. But yep, the general theme is this shift into Aries, building some momentum into this fiery energy for the rest of this lunar month. And today with the backdrop, the theme being Leo, self-expression, and some themes pertaining to us cultivating the things that are close to our hearts or we're passionate about. All right, so have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast.